Well, hello! We are so happy to have you with us today. Open the eyes of my heart, Lord. Open the eyes of my heart. I want to see you. I want to see you. Open the eyes of my heart, Lord. Open the eyes of my heart. I want to see you. I want to see you. To see you high and lifted up, shining in the light of your glory. Pour out your power and love as we sing, holy, holy, holy. Open the eyes of my heart, Lord. Open the eyes of my heart. I want to see you. I want to see you. Open the eyes of my heart, Lord. Open the eyes of my heart. I want to see you. I want to see you. To see you high and lifted up, shining in the light of your glory. Pour out your power and love as we sing, holy, holy, holy. High and lifted up, shining in the light of your glory. Pour out your power and love as we sing, holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy. I want to see you. Holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy. I want to see you. Open the eyes of my heart, Lord. Open the eyes of my heart. I want to see you. Holy, holy. I want to see you. Open the eyes of my heart, Lord. Open the eyes of my heart. I want to see you. Holy, holy. I want to see you. I want to see you. I want to see you.
Hi, friends. So first, an update or a follow-up to last week's message about sharing, giving, lifting everyone up. I had forgotten about this. This first happened 6 years ago, and I loved it at the time, and I just saw a tweet remembering the anniversary. So this is Dan Price, is the CEO of a credit card processing company in Seattle, Washington. So 6 years ago, he decided he was going to cut his CEO salary to make sure that everyone who worked for him in his company made $70,000 a year. So that at the time, there was some research that $70,000 was a nice comfortable point where everyone could not be worried about bills and expenses and could live pretty freely and happily on that minimum amount. So he did that. He enacted that. All his employees made $70,000. And of course, all our friends at Fox News said he was a socialist and all his workers would be on the bread lines within a month. And I don't quite understand that logic, but it was all over. So now, 6 years later, he found that his employees were able to purchase homes many of them first-time home buyers. They were able to pay down debt. They came to work happier. They got healthier. And his company, which made $3 billion a year back in the day, has now more than tripled and makes $10 billion a year as a company. It works. It's not crazy. So a shout out to Dan Price for taking care of that. That's the way to lift everyone up. So today, kind of along the same lines, we're talking about accountability, and not something that we generally like to discuss. I think we're naturally opposed to accountability. We're fine. I got this. I can totally take care of myself. I don't need someone watching over my shoulder the whole time. But we'll hopefully figure out today that accountability isn't a bad thing. It really benefits us. Ultimately, we're all accountable to God, and while we're alive and breathing, we're all accountable to someone here on earth. Spouses keep each other in check. Kids are certainly accountable to their parents. Students and teachers, employees report to their bosses. CEOs have to keep the board of directors happy. The rich are always being watched by the IRS. So left to our own devices, with no one, to keep us in line, perhaps many of us would be just fine. But with no oversight, the world, or the evils of the world, tend to creep in. And that's when we get lazy, we're full of ourselves, or we start to lower the bar. It's easy to lose sight. We can turn a blind eye to ourselves without your spouse suggesting that maybe you don't need that second piece of pie. Then 2 pieces become the norm. And then what? Having a workout buddy helps you to keep going to the gym. I was silly enough one summer to agree to work out at 7 a.m. with my friend at the YMCA, and it was terrible. But every morning I got up and I did it because I know he would be there, and I would not hear the end of it if he got himself up and I didn't. Without auditors, it's easy to cook the books, to skim a little off the top. Tax collectors were hated, even more so than now, back in the biblical days, not because they collected taxes, but because they cheated, making up whatever percentages they wanted to take. Accountability and oversight is good, and we are all called to hold each other accountable. This is from Galatians 6. My friends, if someone is caught in any kind of wrongdoing, those of you who are spiritual should set him right. But you must do it in a gentle way. And keep an eye on yourselves so that you will not be tempted to help carry one another's burdens. And in this way you will obey the law of Christ. If you think you are something when you really are nothing, you're only deceiving yourself. You should each judge your own conduct. If it is good, then you can be proud of what you yourself have done, without having to compare it with what someone else has done. For each of you have to carry your own load. So this is a call to make sure that we hold ourselves to high standards and to help others aim high as well. And notice, it said to set people straight in a gentle way. This is not judgment, and it can't be the hypocrisy of finding others' faults while ignoring your own. This is about lifting each other up, looking out for one another. In Ezekiel, God calls us to be watchmen. If I tell you to warn the people and you don't, and they fall into darkness, that's on you. I will hold you accountable. And with that, this isn't being the guy on the corner with the sandwich board saying, repent, the end is near. And it's not judging, you're an American, you're a socialist, you're a homosexual, you're going to hell. This is simply keeping each other on track, raising the standards, working for the common good, because again, we're all in this together. And if not with our own friends and social circle, we can still be the sentinels. Darnella Frazier, by recording the officers who put George Floyd to death, ultimately held them accountable. My good friend in Pennsylvania was an assistant district attorney and I thought this fit his conservative values very well. He was cleaning up the streets, putting away the criminals, and when he became a defense attorney, I was a little surprised and asked how he could make that switch. He said that everyone deserves a defense, and if we don't ensure that our courts are working properly, that our officers are following the law, we could turn into a police state or worse. There has to be accountability. And so if we have inspectors for buildings and bridges, if we formed the FDA to create standards and safety for the food we eat, I see no problem with a commission to investigate the January 6th attack on our Capitol. If maybe defund the police was too radical an idea, then surely some oversight into the way officers behave and respond can be an easy compromise. Obviously, there is no urgency to limit the massive amounts of military-grade weapons that are on the streets all the time. Maybe we could at least enforce stricter background checks. Accountability isn't bad, and the people who rally against it most are those with something to hide. The most vocal are the ones who feel most guilty for not taking care of business. So as we continue to navigate this world and our lives, we remember that we are not alone. We believe that self-sufficiency is a point of pride and makes us strong, but we know the real strength is found in community. God has given us brothers and sisters to help keep us on our path, to support each other, and to change our world for the better. So let us remember to lift each other up and hold each other accountable as we strive to create God's kingdom here on earth. Thank you.
Myself
None of this going off and doing your own thing. And cultivate thankfulness. Let the word of Christ, the message, have the run of the house. Give it plenty of room in your lives. Instruct and direct one another using good common sense. Let every detail in your lives, words, actions, and whatever, be done in the name of the Master, Jesus, thanking God the Father every step of the way.
Thanks for being with us today. Blessed week. Hi, this is Joel from Rocks Cry Out. Thank you very much for watching. If you liked what you saw, then please click like. If you think a friend would enjoy it, then please share the link. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Subscribe to us on YouTube. And if you already do all those things, then thank you very much. As always, if you have an idea for a sermon topic, a favorite song you want to hear, a prayer request, or if you just want to say hello, then drop us a line in the comments below. Have a blessed day.